So when did you know that this was how you're going to bring back Zach?
Oh, gee. We always knew we wanted to bring back Zach. Eventually, it really became a question of what really spurred it was learning definitively this would be the last season of Bones, and how are we going to wrap up the loose ends? And this is probably one of the single biggest ones.
Yeah, everybody's been waiting for Zach to come back. I mean, bring back Zach is every question at Comic-Con. When's this going to happen? And we did it. And I'm not sure it's the way the fans wanted us to do it, but it happened, and the story's not done yet. We're going to bring him back for probably 3 or 4 more episodes next year. And the story, there's a lot more to be told, so it's going to be fun.
It's a long, bumpy ride. There's plenty of twists to it.
So do you guys have a checklist of everything that you want to any characters you want to bring back before in those final episodes?
We kind of actually do. I mean, I wouldn't say it's on paper right now, but everyone's been coming up with their favorite bits. We've been watching a lot of old episodes. There's no question. I mean, some things we won't be able to get to, but there's an awful lot we want to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, we're going to hit it as ambitiously as possible. For instance, one of the big ones was we wanted to get Stephen Fry back. He wasn't available for episode 1. We had written him in. He wasn't available, so we'll see what we can do down the line. But we want to have probably a guest star from the past seasons in every episode. That would be our goal. We'll see what we can do based on availability.
How often do you look at real case files for inspiration or for ideas?
A lot. I mean, I wouldn't say actual case files from the FBI, no, but do we read actual cases in print all the time?
Was there any one story that kind of disturbed you? You had to have kind of kid gloves for an episode?
Things we wouldn't do or that were too hot button, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Some things are so ugly I don't want to get into them. I think there's certain sex crimes that just aren't our show, and we are a family show.
And I mean, even like everything that's been happening recently as far as Ferguson, Dallas, and stuff like that, we've explored it, but I don't think we're ultimately going to go there. It's too complex of an issue, and we want to be fair.
We don't want to stoke rage.
Yeah, never. No. Laughter.
Never good.
A little bit of gross, but mostly laughter.
Yeah.
That's what we want. So.
And I think we generally try to send a positive message. And there are shows that do it so well where they really dig into social issues. And we've done some big ones. We've done some big ones every year, like child soldiers. I mean, ones I'm really, really proud of. Slavery in the United States, current day slavery. There's no question we can do it. But there's some stuff that might just be too much for us to take on and have you still feel pretty good about life at the end of the day.
Are you planning another undercover episode before the finale?
Yes, absolutely.
And a fantastic world.
Which we won't tell you.
But it's a natural.
Yeah.
You guys have the ending, right? The final episode?
The wedding?
Yeah, no.
The ending, but we know what we're doing yet. We're not going to tell you.
Yes. No, I think though, we'll say it'll probably be almost a 2-parter of an ending. It'll be 2 hours where we're going to really build up to it, and it's going to be fun.
That's a real challenge to wrap up a show, particularly one with this kind of longevity. What was the challenge of particular to you guys of making it feel like it was the right thing?
Everyone, we have fans who've stuck with us for 12 years now, and you really want to take them on a ride. I feel like this belongs to them, it belongs to the cast, it belongs to the characters, it belongs to Art Hansen who created the show, and you want to treat it properly.
And one of the big things for us was also we just didn't want it to end. I mean, honestly, we have had so much fun doing this, where we went into Fox and we pitched as if we were pitching for season 15, not season 12. So we just went in and said there's a lot more story to be told. And I think that the inspiration for us was really, we went back to season 1 and saw some storylines that were in season 1 that haven't been resolved. So we're looking to the early seasons for inspiration as we go forward in this last one.
Did Hart have any input into where things would go in the final season?
We talked to him. Yeah. We certainly talked to him, and the real answer is he has as much input as he has the time to give. He's doing other projects right now. He's very busy, but whatever. He's been good to us, and he's been great to the show, and he's created this great show. I mean, the DNA's all here because of Hart.
And it's almost frightening to me how much freedom he gives us. I mean, just go with God, go do it. Zach, bring him back, sure, do it. And it's amazing for me. I mean, I started as a staff writer on Bones. I went from staff writer to showrunner. That never happens. So he really nurtured me and let me feel the confidence to do whatever we wanted to do. But we met with him. We had breakfast the other day with Hart and Steve and Nathan, and Hart shared some of his thoughts of how he wanted to end the season, the series. The funny thing was, of course, I think some of his notes came, he was thinking about doing it in season 6. Well, a lot of things has happened since season 6, so we can't really resolve. Some of those things have already happened, so we can't do that. Like, he had a note, end on Booth and Brennan's wedding. Well, we can't do that, so, we're definitely not. But, he's a huge inspiration, and we're going to try to do him proud.
Any big moves, we certainly run by him.
So Hodgins has some hope now because of the pain and possibly a first step. So what's your plan for him next season?
Twists and turns. And it's really, I actually really like the way we're dealing with this story. I think it's very real. I think it's very emotional. And it's a positive message, but it's ultimately not what we're expecting, I think.
Have you guys looked into any kind of spin-offs or backdoor pilots as part of this final season?
It's a good question. Given the way TV works now, I mean, there's so much awareness of these characters and so much devotion to them. I wouldn't be surprised if they never quite go away. But in terms of like a planted spin-off this year, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. We, of course, believe any of our characters could be spun off because we love them. But
we love the actors, we love the characters, but I feel like we're arcing towards the final season.
Yeah.
Now, what's the pressure like from fans for a good finale? I mean, are you hearing from fans like what they would like, or what's the pressure like?
Their ideas. I mean, they certainly tweet and they're involved with us and they're very devoted to the show. I mean, you can't. I think the real pressure is make sure we've earned all the devotion they've given us and they've given the show.
Yeah. I think the fans would like it if Booth and Brennan kissed for the entire final episode. 6 acts of just kissing would make them very, very happy. At least a certain segment of the fans. We'll probably throw in some mystery with the kissing, but that seems to be what they mostly want, is lots of kissing, explaining a couple mysteries like 447 and stuff like that, but mostly kissing. So we will do our best.